Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Reaction Nexus. It's gone. Today, for the video, we will be reacting to a song by Jinjer. Jinjer is back, called Perennial, live from Wacken 2019, I believe. Open Air. Now, I don't remember if I've done Perennial before. I could go back and look. But even if I have said occasionally I'll go back and redo things that I've already done. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do it the Perennial live version, because even if I've already done it, reacting to it again is a good reaction, because Perennial live is a good performance. I've seen it before, regardless of if I've reacted to it or not. I've seen it before, but I love reacting to it, and I react to it the same each time I see it. So nothing new. FYI, stay tuned to the end of the video. At the end of the video, I'm going to actually introduce to you how the new system will work. How it's actually already been working. I've been testing it and it's been working, but I'm going to reveal it to you guys so you guys can finally influence this channel fully. Right? It's a way for me to get. It's a way for me to keep myself organized and give you guys a chance to influence what's on this channel and what's not. Stay tuned at the end of this video, and I'll let you guys know. And I will repeat the same process in every video I upload this week. Just way that, like, if you're a Nightwish fan and you only listen to Nightwish stuff that I do, you'll be like, all right, that's what he does. If you're The Warning fan and you only listen to The Warning, all right, I got it. So stay tuned at the end of the video for that. Without further ado, let's get to the video, shall we? All right, Jinjer, live at the Wacken Open Air, Perennial. This is shortly after the song Perennial aired. I don't know if this was before the Micro, which is the song that it's on. Yeah, well, it's actually an EP. The album that it's on came out, or if it was right after Micro. So, but it was about the time. So this is one of their newer hits. So let's not waste any more time. I have the timer set for a minute. You guys have been here long enough. You know what the minute means. So let's get going. 3, 2, 1, go.
Dankeschön, Germany. Well, with the next song, we must say goodbye to you. But rather not goodbye, but see you next time.
This autumn feels like funeral to me, along a song of grief, and not for what has passed, but for what shall last.
Alright. Good build up, good sound. This song performance is awesome. There's a few things that are key here. You can tell that she's doing it live because the voice is doing different. Her vocals are a little bit different than they are in the studio version, which tells you that she's doing it live. That's an important fact. It's like, well, but like, it's an important thing where it's like, okay, so she's not faking it. And two, she sounds just as good, if not better live. So let's keep going. 3, 2, 1, go.
With a few petals on
She has just great vocal control, great vocal diction. The band is tight around her, like it matches her energy. Whatever energy, if she's going soft, the band's going soft. If she's going hard, the band's going hard, and always. And if you ever notice when they play instruments, right? Like, if you can, in your brain slow them down. It's all jazz. That's what they do. This is a jazz metal band. That's the closest thing I can always think of to describe Jinjer. Uh, yeah, let's keep going. 3, 2, 1, go.
Come back to celebrate this festival of life that is now. Fly. Today you reached the point of no return. Now cry and then die. Tomorrow I will meet you with yourselves restored.
I'm gonna pause it now also to because there's something big about to happen. This is the performance that basically solidified herself in our mind as one of the best, if not the best. Well, in my mind, one of the best, if not the best, um, vocalists ever. Just the fact that she pulls off what she's about to pull off. And keep in mind, she don't have classical training. She doesn't have the same training that the Floor Janssens, the Taryas does. This is all her, just her raw power, her raw emotion, just the fact that she's just a beast. That was unfair with this one. Beautiful and talented. Unfair. Thank you. Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Self-confusion, the reason of decay and disillusion. Under permanent ties, we found breathless paradise. No, we're not dead. No, you're not dead. Just enjoying coma.
Man, I've been listening to this song since it came out, and every time I hear this performance, it gives me goosebumps because that is just unreal. The amount, like a lot of the songs they do by Jinjer, I kind of want to explore the rest of the band, but with this song, it is Tatiana. She's what makes this song unbelievably special. She's what makes this band special. Like, we are so lucky to live in a time period where she exists, and she chose metal as her genre. She could do anything else she wants. She can rap, she can do jazz, obviously, she can do that soulful stuff. She chose metal. And she still doesn't get the respect she deserves. Alright, let's go to the end, shall we? 3, 2, 1, go.
This is poetry of youth. This is poetry of me and you. Thank you so much, Wacken. Well, we've heard a lot of great things about you, but it's about our expectations, man. You're fucking amazing, and stay amazing. Thank you so much, and see you someday.
Alright. let's get to the review, shall we? All right, that was Perennial by Jinjer, live from Wacken 2019. So that was pretty good. That was just a good example of how good Jinjer is and how great their band can be, and how just raw power Tatiana has. It was a great reaction. It was a great video. I don't care if this was like not a first time reaction. I still love it, and I get goosebumps every time she performs. So that was great. All right. I am going to try to explain this very quickly to you. I did this once. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a separate segment at the end of this video, and that will be, I will copy that and put it on the end of every video I do. That way, if you want to view it, you can. If you don't have to. Time slot in the back below will be there to let you guys know this is how this stuff's going to work. So that way you guys can say, okay, I made it to this part of the video. I don't care how the system works. So I'm just going to check out. So thank you all for watching. If you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and say more. Ring the notification bell. In the description will be a link to the original video as well as the Jinjer playlist. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. Alright, everybody, this is the explanation video. It will be posted. It will be at the end of every video I upload this week. So the way this is going to work, okay? You guys don't know. I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but I upload 4 times a week, or 4 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Okay? On every day, I upload at noon, 3:15, 6:30, 9:45. So it has a 3 hour and 15 minute space in between each upload. Okay? If you've noticed, the bands at noon and 6:30 have been consistent, while the bands at 3:15 and 9:45 have fluctuated, and that's how it's going to work. So, the bands at noon and 6:30 are put into a pool, okay, where after a week their numbers are locked, and I calculate them and I organize them based upon who's performed the best and who hasn't. The top 4 bands will move on to the next cycle. The next cycle, when I say next cycle, it's a cycle is 4 weeks. So the 4 weeks roughly after the video air, the 4 after this week, you will see the results of the cycle. So, like I said, the bands at noon and 6:30 are put into a pool to claim the 4 noon slots for the next cycle. For the next segment part of the cycle, right? Meanwhile, and by the way, it changes each week, right? So this week will affect affect part of the cycle that happens 4 weeks from now, right? Next week will affect part of the cycle that happens 4 weeks from now. So, and then the way it also works is the bands at 3:15 are all bands that have been selected from a list of artists that I have that are similar to the band at noon. I look up bands that are similar. If you have a recommendation for me, I put them on the list based upon the video you reacted to. And then at 9:45, the band at 9:45 is always based upon the band at 6:30. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. So the band at 3:15 is always based upon the band that's at 12 noon. The band at 9:45 is always based upon the band that's at 6:30. But here's the kicker. So I told you that the 6:30 and noon bands all get put into a pool, and the top 4 move on, become in the next cycle, and become the top 4 bands, and then the 4 bands that represent the noon cycle. You're saying, so what about the 6:30 cycle? What happens to those bands? That is what I do to the 6:30 and noon bands, I do to the 3:15 and 9:45 bands. I put them in a group, and I keep them in a separate thing. And if the top 4 from that group moves on to the 6:30. So what happens is at noon, you will always see a band that is consistent, right? that is always performing well, that is always doing well on this channel, that you guys want to see and I want to see. At 3:15, you will always see a band that is similar to one of the noon bands. That has been recommended to me because of the noon band, is on my list because of the noon band, but is always there because of them. And then at 6:30, you will always see a band that I have discovered through another group that has been given a bigger spotlight at 6:30. They've been given a second week, and normally the 6:30 is when they get their playlist, when they get their full representation on the channel as a band. And then at 9:45, same thing at 3:15, but for the 6:30. So at 9:45, the band at 9:45 will be similar to the 6:30. The way this all sums up, and it sounds crazy and it sounds odd, and I will post something that might help you guys better. I'll figure out something to post that might help you better. But the way to figure this all out, the way to summarize it, is your stuff matters. The way you can tell me if you want to see a band more, other than just telling me upright, is making sure you watch the videos, you like, you comment, and you share the videos so you can get other people to like and comment. If you really want, so this week, one of the bands I have is Anchor. They're coming in on Friday. If you really want Anchor to succeed and make it further onto this channel, your voice needs to be heard. I need to see views, I need to see likes, comments, all that. And I think that's how all channels work. But I'm giving you the ultimate. You have the steering wheel of this channel. That's the best way I can describe it. I know I described it in a long-winded way. I know you guys think I'm annoying, but like I said, you don't have to watch this part. So, without further ado, that'll be the end of this part. This will be put at the end of every video that I upload from this week. Again, it's at the end, so you don't have to watch it. Till next time. Goodbye, everybody.